I'm going to do a patient ventilator check. I'm going to go grab some gloves on the way in and go introduce myself, explain what I'm doing. I'm just checking the ventilator. I'm going to make sure. And I'm going to do an assessment on you. So I'm going to listen for breath sounds. I'll suction you if I need to, if it's indicated. But I'll let you know after I'm done with the assessment. And then after the assessment, and if I need to suction, I would do that. I would go and check my ventilator. I can find pretty much everything I need on this page with the mode, my peak pressures, rate, oxygen concentration, my IU ratio, all of my settings, I have to go to another page for my dynamic compliance. So there's all of that. I would go to this button to check my alarms. I can check all those from that. And then I'd fill this out as a board, but it's easier to go through that first, show where it's at on there. So I would do date, time, my initials, which mode they're in, which is PRVC. If they're in pressure control, I'd put that pressure level right there. The machine tidal volume, the patient has a breath that's above or below, it's considered a spontaneous tidal volume. I'd write it there. The machine rate, they're breathing over, I would figure out what rate they're breathing at by subtracting the RR on the machine by the RR setting to get that minute volume, which is on that side, which is 4.4. My FiO2, I only have one air source, so it has to run at 100%. My PEEP is also at the bottom. There's no pressure support in this mode, so I'm not going to have it. The peak pressure is 22, so I'm going to write that there. My IU ratio, which is 1.4. My dynamic compliance, I'd go to that page and see that it's 21. Then I'd look at my ETCO2 machine behind there and get that number and write it down. My SpO2, heart rate and blood pressure I'd get from the monitor in the room. If I suction the airway, I can either X or check mark it. I've checked for bilateral breath sounds and they have them, so I'm going to check mark it. I've already looked at my alarms and they are on and working and set at an appropriate level. My high pressure alarm limit is 40, so I write that there, and you can't set a lower on this one. This one is the initial settings for the shift, so I'd go through and fill that out. If I changed any of the equipment, I would circle or check mark the patient diagnosis, treatment, the vent day they're on, and the machine number. If I did a weaning trial, I'd fill this section out. ET tube size and level, I'd write right there, and the missed notes is if I make any changes throughout the day, I would write them here and change them. The doctors also do the same thing. Then I would date here, mark my shift, and then sign. And that's it.